I'm Daniel Watkins.
And I'm Andrew Clarke, and this is the Great British Chef's signature series. We know that a really good, well-sourced piece of rare or native breed meat is going to taste good. But when we look at it, vegetables have a greater flavour profile than any protein. So there really is a good challenge there to find the best method of cooking for each vegetable or fruit. There's so many variables with cooking over live fire. You have a certain window of what is acceptable. So you've got to keep an eye on how much heat you've got, how many customers, how many checks are coming through at one time. It takes a lot of planning cooking over fire.
I'm Daniel Watkins.
And I'm Andrew Clarke, and we're at Acme Fire Cult in Dalston, Hackney.
Today we're doing a grilled leek with pistachio and green pepper romesco with tofu whip.
The inspiration for this dish comes from the classic Catalonian calçots and romesco sauce, where you have big, huge seasonal spring onions. And we've taken leeks instead because we can get them all year round. First step, I'm going to take these leeks over to the coals. This is a job that we normally do at the end of service when we've still got a few dying embers. So we can just put them on and let them cook gently. So the idea in this is we want them to blacken on the outside, and as they blacken, they'll start steaming in their own juices in the middle. And then when they're cool, we can take all that blackened outside and we're left with this absolutely juicy piece of steamed leek. So here's the leeks. They've been blackened on the outside, steamed in the middle. And we just want to peel down the outer layer, possibly the outer two layers, just until you get to this lovely, soft flesh underneath. And you can do this in advance. I would say great if you're putting them on the embers at the end of the night. You've got a lunch dish the next day. We'll top and tail them, so we take that little end bit off there. We don't want too much of that green, so we're just taking it down to where it's softest. And then we just want to take them down into strips again. So I like cutting them down the middle. They do slip, so you need a very sharp knife for that. So from here, I'm just going to take this into about 3 pieces, I think. And that's what we'll reserve for later.
Right, so next up is the green pepper and pistachio romesco. So we've got some green peppers here that have been cooked over the fire, peeled. We have a little garlic, some roasted pistachios, roasted almonds, equal parts. Some of the leek oil from the leek top, some olive oil, some salt, and then the acidity and a little warmth comes from the jalapeno vinegar. So what we're going to do is add the green peppers, the garlic, the pistachios and the almonds, a pinch of salt, some of the leek oil, right, so you can see now it's just coarsely sort of blended it down. I'm just going to add some of the jalapeno vinegar, give it a final mix. And then I'm just going to check the seasoning. You're looking for the garlic, the nuttiness, the charred peppers to come through. I'm just adding a little bit more acid to it, just to balance it all out. Yeah, that's it. So plating up, what we've got here is the romesco that was made earlier. Just put in a piping bag for ease. The grilled leeks, just cut down. We've got a little roasted pistachio, crumbed down, some chives, hibiscus salt, and then here we've got a vegan tofu whip, which is basically tofu, a little oat milk, lots and lots of lemon juice, and salt blended down just to give you that kind of creme fraiche mouthfeel for the dish. So we'll start with the romesco. It's just going to sit in the middle, quite generous. I'm going to drop these just on top of the romesco. Then we're going to season with the leek oil. plenty of it. Then we've got the tofu whip. So a nice spoonful of that. A little sprinkle of the roasted pistachios. A little hibiscus salt just to season, finishing the seasoning on the whole dish. And then a pinch of chives. This is our grilled leek with green pepper and pistachio romesco with tofu whip.